Tonight, millions of people will have their most intimate conversation with something that isn't alive.
Not because they're weird, not because they're broken, but because it's easy. An AI companion will answer at 2 a.m. It won't judge you.
It won't get tired. It won't leave you on read. It will remember what you told it last week and what you were afraid to admit to yourself. And in a world where many people feel alone in crowded cities,
That kind of attention can feel like oxygen. But the same thing that makes AI companions comforting can also make them dangerous. Because comfort without friction is powerful, and powerful things reshape us.
an AI companion isn't just a chatbot that answers questions. It's designed to simulate an ongoing relationship. It talks like someone who knows you. It adapts to you. It mirrors you. Some apps frame it as friendship, others as romance. Some call it coaching, or support, or someone to talk to. And this category has become big enough that lawmakers are now defining it. New York's AI Companion Safeguard Law targets systems that engage in sustained, personalized conversation that can feel like a human relationship. It requires regular disclosure that you're talking to AI, plus protocols around self-harm signals. California has also moved in this direction, with a law focused on companion chatbots. It includes youth-facing disclosures and safety protocols, taking effect in 2026.
That's a signal. This isn't a niche toy anymore.
It's a new kind of relationship technology. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes it works. If you feel isolated, talking to something responsive can soothe your nervous system. It can make you feel seen, even if the seeing is synthetic. And for some people, that relief is real. Research has found evidence suggesting AI companion apps can alleviate loneliness in certain contexts. That doesn't mean it's the same as human connection. But it does mean it can be a bridge, a pressure release valve, a way to practice words you can't yet say to a person.
So the question isn't AI companions are bad or AI companions are good.
The real question is, what kind of bridge are they building? A bridge to people, or a bridge away from them? Human relationships contain friction, misunderstandings, timing, boundaries, two minds that don't perfectly align. That friction is annoying, but it's also part of what makes love real. Because real intimacy isn't just being understood,
being understood by someone who could have walked away and stayed anyway. AI offers a different kind of intimacy, instant, tailored, and always available.
And your brain is not built to treat that as just an app. Your brain tracks patterns. It learns what soothes you, returns to what reliably reduces pain. So if an AI companion becomes the fastest path out of loneliness, it can become the only path you take. And then, a strange thing happens. You start optimizing your emotional life for the relationship that never pushes back. That can make real people feel slow, complicated, hard to reach. For teens, this can be amplified. Teen brains are still learning social reality, how to read cues, build boundaries, handle rejection, and recover. If a companion system imitates romance, authority, or domination, it can shape expectations before those expectations are stable. This is part of why new laws focus on transparency, crisis protocols, and safeguards, especially around self-harm signals and minors. If you're struggling with thoughts of self-harm, the right response isn't a perfect sentence from a machine. It's real support, a trusted person, a professional, or a local crisis service. So what are governments doing? New York's approach requires qualifying AI companion operators to disclose regularly that the user is interacting with AI. And to have protocols to detect and respond to indications of self-harm, including directing users toward crisis resources. California's companion chatbot law takes a broader stance on protections. It includes disclosures for minors and platform obligations around safety protocols. These aren't perfect solutions, but they mark a shift. Society is starting to treat relationship simulating AI as its own category of risk. Because the harm isn't only what the AI says. It's what the AI becomes in your life. If AI companions are here to stay, the best question is, how do we design them to support human relationships instead of replacing them? Here are 3 quiet terms you can use right now. First, use AI as a mirror, not a home. A place to reflect, not the place you live emotionally. Second, set a bridge rule. If you talk to your AI companion about something important, take one small step toward a human within 24 hours. A text, a call, a walk, a therapist appointment, something real. Third, notice the trade. Every time you choose frictionless comfort,
What skill am I not practicing right now? Patience, boundaries, vulnerability, courage.
Because loneliness isn't only the absence of people.
Sometimes it's the absence of being known by someone real.
AI companions can soothe loneliness. And for some people, that matters. But they also risk teaching us a quiet lesson. That relationships should be easy. That attention should be instant. That being understood should require no negotiation. And the more we accept that lesson, the harder real love can feel. So if an AI companion helps you breathe tonight, let it. But tomorrow, build one human bridge. Because the goal isn't to never feel lonely. The goal is to build a life where loneliness doesn't have to be solved by a machine. If this helped you see the world a little more clearly, tap like. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe to In Quiet Terms. Until next time.